Hello, 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 and welcome here on the BERSERKASTS channel to Greyhound Night. Rocket Snipe's already coming out. I didn't see that one connecting with anything here. We are on flak position. Gary's OnlyFans truck coming in with Muck, Monarch. Ooh, they get a face full of 20 mil from the Lux. Moving on to point is going to be DC squad. They get almost taken out there by that truck snipe from Allied Armor. Oh, artillery is absolutely wrecking the point. There's no way there's only one arty gun. No, this is multiple arty guns PHL Greyhound Night. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They voted for this, ladies and gentlemen. They voted for this. Remember, don't feel sorry for them. They voted for this. They wanted this, and now they're getting it. Purple Heart Lane in its finest is an absolute meat grind. 45% and climbing cap progress here for the Axis. DC is on point, and artillery is reigning supreme. Just getting by 50% now on the cap. Artillery ravaging this DC squad. However, I mean, it's still ravaging them. They are able to make this cap progress, though. Allies just not able to get into the cap themselves. Circle pushing from the north, and from the west we have a mix of 38th and Goth and some Greyhounds. Apologies to Goth, man. I just can't help it. For some reason, I always think Let Looser when I see your name. Let Looser is a German clan. I haven't seen a lot of them recently, honestly. I've seen a lot more of Goth than I have of Let Loosers, that's for sure. As the Axis are going to cap this first point and go up 3-2 here. Greyhound Night from the start. This is going to be a really tough game to play from this 3-2. For either side, honestly. Purple Heart Lane is just so cagey. It's so difficult to move around the map. Or not. You know, artillery strikes come in. Reese gets in the strong point. I'm assuming here when the Axis, when and if the Axis can get their squad rotated back onto point, they'll keep capping. That's my assumption, at least. If the artillery can take out more, and this full squad can't make it onto point, though, there might be trouble here. For the Allies, or for the Axis, for either. I mean, here's the thing. The Allies have pretty good sector, but that multiplier of being on point in the strong point is enough to overcome that. However, the artillery is so strong that they can't get their full two squads onto point without getting taken down by arty. Whenever, yeah, like, see, there's the cap back the other way. Oh my gosh. Purple Heart Lane here, ladies and gentlemen. If only this DC squad can get and keep up those bodies. They have to stay in cover in trenches and foxholes. They should be able to cap this. There's a massive asterisk, and it's dropping every 5 seconds on the point in the form of artillery, though, that's going to be stopping that from happening. One takedown isn't enough to stop the cap. 2 or 3, that's when it becomes trouble. There just is not enough in sector right here from the Allies to make it work and tip the scales over the edge, though. And at 98%, I think we can now say this is going to be a 3-2. There we go. 3-2 is the score. However, Thorpe's position has been compromised there. Thorpe goes down. A rush of Greyhounds coming into the point. Flanking squad here from DC. Trying to stop that from happening. Wakanda, Horton Ho, Truma. Horton Ho going to be peeking down the line there. Maori and Tango holding it down for the Allies. Ninja, I don't know who this is. The DC crew's memeing today, folks. They're memeing. He's not the real Ninja Pulver. If he was, he would have got 5 kills there and taken out the OP. couple of streams ago, I was praising Ninja, you know, quite a bit, but people were complaining. I had 2 or 3 people complaining that I was giving him too much praise, and it's like, it was one of the first moments in months where I saw a squad leader actually do the right thing in the situation. Almost every time you see them, they're behind enemy lines, they're in a good spot for an OP, their squad gets overrun, the enemy doesn't know about where they're at, and then they go out like Chuck Norris in a blaze of glory, taking down 4 or 5, but ended up losing their position. And Ninja just chills in a bush, waits for the enemy to clear, gets right back to work doing his job instead of resetting and taking 10 minutes to get back on position. And I really liked it. I said it was a good move. I said it was, you know, this is textbook what you do as a squad leader in this situation. People were a little angry about it. Sending me DMs, sending me comments, giving me shit. Nah, I don't care. Fuck them. That is what you should do in that situation. In this situation, though, there's not too much you can do. I mean, it's tough. Small areas of cover, large open areas where you can get taken out from multiple directions. I was trying to use a tank. It's gonna be tough. Burned there with his tank mates. Now we can see who else is there. Chill and Communix in the gun. As a bombing run is gonna drop onto point here. They wanted to delete that squad. The issue with bombing runs in this situation too is just the OP doesn't go down. Like, the bombing run drops, but the OP's still there. Now, if the artillery can suppress it, that might be the goal. That might actually work. This artillery can suppress the OP now that the shooting positions have been taken out, but there isn't really any push from the side. I mean, Mr. Sane's going. Hortonho's going to have about 5 seconds to get off there. Unfortunately, he's going the wrong way there. He's going north, and that artillery is actually landing a little bit to the north of where that OP is. Looks like that already has shifted a little bit, though, allowing some more respawns to potentially come through. Thorpe's going to come in, too. New DC member here. Let's see if that already lets them... Gives him a little bit of a reprieve. Remember, Mr. Sane is pushing on the backside. Reese is going to go down there by Thorpe's hand. Mr. Sane is pushing on the backside right here. A sneaky play. Now, if he can get all the way around here and get an OP up, this could be huge. Just taking it slow. No rush here from Mr. Sane. This is really nice from him. Gonna crawl the rest of the way now. The real question is, does anybody, including the Lux that's somewhere over there, does anybody see him? He's going for the OP right here. The issue with this is that and they spawn out here in the open. I don't mind it either if he gets taken out trying to get into the trench, but if a bunch of people spawn over here, I mean, everybody will just see them. And that'll be a big problem. And unfortunate that the bombing room was already used too, because if it was used in a timing with the spawns, and I know that's insane timing, they could probably make it and at least penetrate the point with it. Maybe have some takedowns leading towards the point in their path. Right now, as Mr. Sane, though, you're thinking like probably that tree in front of us for your next OP, or somewhere in the trench right here. The tree would be ideal because he could use the trench system that's on the backside of the point to get around. Source code going to join here. Secret operation. Now, can they get into the river? No. Mr. Sane goes down. Thorpe spotting both of them out. Oof. Feels bad, man. Bronico is going to spawn in. I think Horton might know about this one, though. Bronico takes down Horton. He's getting tagged. Does not make it in. Mr. Sane now running for his life. Going to be tossing up smokes. He not only has to make it to the trench here, but needs to get a bunch of... he gets a bunch of takedowns and then an OP up. Cannot win that first fight here. Ooh, this is danger time here for the Allies. Yeah, now everybody's looking this way. OP is still up, but that operation is over. I wonder if Mr. Sane had tried to make it in to the trench before putting his OP up, because now his OP is very compromised. He's trying the best thing he can to get the smoke out, but the jig's up right now at this point. The only focus for this one DC defensive squad is going to be his OP. So Fuckface 69 here, defending on the south. What a gamer tag, dude. The sound of that 20 mil ripping through the air as it fires is insane, by the way, too. That's crazy. Yeah, the circle. If I was Mr. Sane, this is what I'd do. I'd fall back to that cattle feeder in the open there. Put my OP there, and then tell my squad not to spawn on it for 5 minutes. To go spawn in a garrison somewhere else, and then we try it again. I think that was a little bit of friendly fire too down here. Let's rotate somewhere else on this one. River Battery is going to be the next point for the Allies right here. Zarensofa is defending. The dude's hilarious. Really nice guy from 38th. And checking the map to see. Yeah, it's Purple Heart Lane. I'm not surprised to see nobody except for Recon on the backside here. Would love to see some more flanking going on in sector. Would love to see some garrisons going up. We got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive garrisons. Maybe a 5th one going up soon. No, it's 4. The Allies do have some position on the mid here. We could check that out and see how that's going. In traditional Purple Heart Lane style, though, it's, you know, bridge battles in open fields. Like, the sector is pretty well controlled right here for the Axis. Kyle's gonna try to push down the mid here. Now, if he can win this 1v1 versus Pashan, then he might have position to attack you. This is the best position, honestly, for attacking Purple Heart Lane, is using these trenches to get across. Pashan is watching the trench, though, and he has no idea that Kyle's right there. Kyle's going to check it out. He is relatively clear. Now, this is the issue right here. If anyone's watching this gap, and there should be somebody watching it, that's the one chance where you get a free takedown. Oh, yeah. Tank on the backside is going to spot that out. Now, Tank needs to hit a good... He is tracking. Kyle is being tracked right now by that tank. Where's the HE? I expect it to come in. Kyle needs to get as low as he can. Gonna go for the OP. Oh, he's getting pretty far out there. Gets the OP down. Okay. 501 ES tank not gonna throw an HE at Kyle right there. Now this is the hard part right here. Oh, don't know if I agree with taking shots right there as a squad lead. I think you're better off to push across and get position before you go for fights. Unless he's not looking to rotate anybody in. But even then, you know, you're going to have less of a chance of getting it here. No rotations from that contact onto Sultan's squad there, I wonder. I mean, there's definitely a ping out. Possibly looking for a garrison. Oh. No. That might have been friendly fire, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Friendly fire. That was a German truck getting yeeted out of existence from the flank here from what looked like a Panther, the 501ES Panther. Very confusing. Cal gonna be pushing onto the back of this position right now. Unless there's a Puma or like a Greyhound on the back that we don't see, because we can't see both sides of the map. That's the biggest thing. Now there's definitely something over here. Whether it's Gary, whether it's a an OP, that's the real question. Oh no. And Kyle gets taken out by what I think was his own tank. I mean, there's a Stewart right there. Could have been the Stewart, probably was. That's a little rough, bro. You got to get your nameplates on distance out. I don't think we're 500 away. Kyle right now going for attack onto the point right here. Attacking bombing run going down on Doof River Barrier 2. I don't see position. Oh, there we go. So Ninja. Okay. The DC squad lead here on the backside, going to use that as an opportunity to push. On the opposite side, Kyle's pushing in right here. And odd. So Kyle takes shots at a defensive squad lead, and he's forgotten about in less than 5 minutes. I'm very confused as to what happened in that situation and why there isn't massive marks in a full squad pushing Kyle right here. Kyle's going to walk into point for free right here. A Panther on point is taking some damage. Also, Zuko's still here on point. Ooh, double bomb going to take down the Panther. Kyle gets a really nice OP up in eyesight of the Gary. Machine gun from the backside. Going to be an issue there for Kyle and the rest of his squad. I don't know if he'll be able to get the garrison. No. Retaliatory strike coming out from the Germans. Not gonna get anything there. Missing everything on the backside though. I'm a little worried that the Kyle OP that went out is not only gonna get taken over by Ninja right here. Yeah, he takes it out. Full squad spawns in though, immediately taken out. Finally, that's the kind of response you need on defense. Unfortunately for Kyle, he's going to go down. I don't love that position for the OP. I think his original position, even one of these offset positions, maybe in this bush over here in this trench, are a little better for the OP. A good response this time on defense. That's the correct response. Just kind of confusing the first time why that happened. Why Kyle didn't, not why Kyle, but why the defenders, maybe 501ES, didn't react to that content. But good to see from them. Let's go on to the attack now for the Axis. On the backside to see if that recon squad was successful. Looks like not so successful here. We can check the map to see ourselves. They're getting drops. Now the bombing run just took out the garrison, I suppose. It probably was replaced considering... no, maybe not. Actually, honestly, let's check. Ooh, nice artillery onto point there. Zern Sofa going down. Muck Snapper's defending on point. Looks like maybe a tank going down on the west side. No, that's just an AT gun. The Ninja's here. Unfortunately, for whatever garrison goes up. Ninja. I'll just call him the rat. We'll just call them the rats. We'll refer to anybody with a ninja name as a rat. And that, if you don't know, it's not like they're like a... What are rats considered? Like gross or whatever. Like real rats. It's because the DC, it's the logo. It's the little meme rat. It's cute. It's an affectionate name. Ninja, though, rat, not looking. Recon rat, not looking. Mordecai's going to take out the supplies right under the nose of the DC rat there. I think the squad leader, Recon Rat, is over that, though, honestly. He's back in the artillery here with Blogi. Now only one gun. I'm highly shocked to see that there's only one gun, because at the start of the game it felt like there's 4 guns firing. That was how much artillery was coming down on the midpoint. So neither team really succeeding with their long flanks. Kyle getting the best of anybody with the positioning. Just unfortunate for the OP that he put up, and unfortunate that he couldn't get down the garrison. But good reaction by the DC squad on the backside. On the opposite side of things here, though, we got a little push coming together. DC is pushing forward. Some rats in here with their Lux. Ooh, a little late on that already. Would have taken out the full squad if they'd pushed a little earlier. Toby, Spikulia, and Rafistol in the Lux supporting this DC squad's efforts to push towards the bridge. Big respawn on the west side here. You can see all those allies coming out to stop this push. That's where the garrison is, on that west side of point. Reese is going to lose out there to the STG-44 of a rat. Tango, no nonsense with the bazooka. What? I thought Tango was gonna jump up in the air and like soldier from Team Fortress 2 down onto the DC member in the trench there. Not the case though. Not what I was expecting him to just run across the trench and get taken out after. Jarvan gonna go down too. Good defending here from the allies. Good overlapping fields of fire on Dove River Battery here. Axis not having a good time trying to push this. No, not at all. This is for the 4-1 here. The Axis already winning 3-2 on this one. Bombing run going in the middle right here by Madeline Bridge. And Kyle's getting sent to friggin' space. Whee! Okay. Well, is this an airhead play right here? No. OP coming out. But what the allies are going to try to do with this move is try to encircle the sector, get control of the middle, and then translate that to rear control and ultimately control over the point. That's why the allies used that bombing run. But I think Kyle got taken out in the initial salvo. He must have. We can double check. I don't think it's going to be on the map anymore, the marker. Again, it could have also been an Axis bombing, defensive bombing run. It seems a little weird considering the positioning onto the Axis team. It's hard to tell sometimes unless you look at the map, obviously, where the bombing run's coming from when it hits both teams equally. We saw that yesterday. I thought the offensive bombing run, or not yesterday, on Tuesday, an airhead, basically the commander's going for an airhead combo with the bombing run, but dropped the bombing run after the airhead. So the first spawn wave hit, and then the bombing run hit and deleted everyone who spawned on the airhead. Stanot and Tony on the backside of this Panther. Stanot looking for a satchel. Honestly, if he puts the satchel like anywhere on the wall, everyone will get taken out with it, maybe including the Panther. Madison's going to go down there to Tony. Aladrill's going to take out the satchel on the top. Van Duren and the encirclement is kind of complete right here. The OP is still up on the right side of your screen inside the runes right here. Tony's going to overrun that though right now. 1,000, 2,000. Friel does go down crucially right there. No medic there to get him up, so no OP is going to be able to be replaced here. Panther is kind of surrounded. Only Normandy and X-Pen still up. This Panther's going to need to fight its way out of here. However, on the backside, there is another... Oh, I thought it was going to be a tank. It's actually not a tank. It is a Tachang MG here. And this position seems to be secure right now at the moment for the Axis. They've done a good job to defend. They're holding position. They might have lost the bridge a little bit here. But you can see Died still coming back in there. Kyle forced to run from very wide to get back on a point. So it's a good move and good play from the defending teams in mid. Back on flag position. Nothing too much happening so far. It looks like, oh my gosh, the Circle and Goff are maybe going to try to run across the open right here. Possibly. Now, okay, so defending this, if we look close, we don't have a tank on the backside right now. That Lux has moved. I think he moved on to the attack and got taken out. So, what we can see right there, there's nobody. Really only one person defending back here. So, if they can get smoke and artillery onto these positions, like right here, right here, right here, that may enable the allies to push across the field. But all it takes is a machine gunner or a Lux or tank even to pull up and just delete that after, you know, 2 minutes of running across the field or crouching or crawling or whatever. This little rat over here is going to be peeking the open field periodically. I'm assuming he's going to be peeking it, you know, once every 30 seconds or so, to make sure nobody's doing exactly what we just talked about. Look at that. Supplies, ammunition. Beautiful little cache of weapons and ammo right here. I'm surprised he isn't peeking that field. Unfortunately for the attackers, there's no squad leads within a long distance of Kent Brown, so it's kind of inconsequential whatever Kent Brown does right here, unless he does it all himself, takes down everyone, and takes down the Gary on point. There's no way for that force to multiply at all. Don't quite know why he's pushing through the open field, but we'll see what he can do. I think he's going to get taken out here by the DC man. What is he building? Oh, he's building an AT gun. Huh. You're gonna build a pack gun out here in the field. It might, honestly, that's not a bad idea. Not even just for using it against tanks, which he could do, but also for using it as cover. Makes awesome cover over here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He thought he was going to be sneaky and start taking out infantry. He got instantly deleted. But look at this cover. There's no cover over here before, and now there is cover. And now there is cover. Honestly, it might even be a good idea to build a couple of these and then just have your shooting positions off of them where you can peek to the left and right of the cover. So, hey, it didn't work out. That's fine. Now you have permanent cover there that you can peek out from. The Allies really on the attack right now. Low intensity kind of attack. Now I can see some Axis behind the point, so we'll check that out in a second. But look, about 200 meters away from point, Reese is here. Zuko's going to take down the, was that Roniko there? They love that name, by the way. That's not his name. Apparently I got it all wrong. I've just stuck with it since. Sounds awesome. His name's Nico and he's a bro. Bro Nico. Why not, right? Reese and Lonkies. Circle recruit there. By the way, if you ever see Rafi with that tag, not a circle recruit. Still wears the recruit tag though. Thompson at that range is not very effective there for Lonkies. Reese is going to be doing a little flankerino over here to one of my favorite positions to put OPs up. I mean, it's sad when the favorite position is like one of the worst positions on any other map, you know, then that's when it's a tough map. It's either like Purple Heart Lane. It's pretty much only Purple Heart Lane, really. I mean, Foy and Kursk, you know, there are more trenches to put stuff in, I feel like. Ooh. Was that Villar one-tapping Reese right there? I think it might have been. Trench shotgun, not greatest in open fields. Let's check behind Duva River Battery here, because another one of those rats just popped up, and he brought a bunch of his friends here. You're asking me why I call them rats? First of all, the DC logo is a rat. That's why. Second of all these mofos here decided to put the same name on. Ninja. Except for some of the new guys. Ghost and Hellbro from 82nd. Well, from DC now. They came from 82nd though. A squad. So not. I'm not overly worried for the allies for this, but this could be very concerning in terms of like starting that pressure up. Now, if they can get a second squad in here, that's when it'll start to be worrisome. And especially if the first of these little rats can get onto point and get down OPs, take out OPs, take out what have you on point. Maybe even secure like an airhead. On the opposite side of point, I don't really see anything going though. There's no real push coming out. Lots of redeploys to point. 3 on point. Kent Brown actually makes it all the way across. So nobody reinforces his position on the south, and if only Kent Brown was a squad lead, I mean, it'd be a beautiful position. Like he's effectively made it to where I would want to put my OP right here. If only Kent Brown was the squad lead. On the same time, I believe there's been an airhead or a deep garrison up for the allies. You can see Ritter and Veltmeister on the backside. I'm leaning towards Deep Gary. Oh, nade coming in there. A little long from Slayer. Slayer's squad lead fighting on the backside here. Definitely has pinged this out already. Oh, that second nade, though. Oh, beautiful nade from Slayer. That is the kind of nade that gets me excited about Hello-Loose. But what a nade. Proceeding to clear the rest of that area out, making sure nobody has left their Slayer. From the mid, the allies trying to put their mark on this game right here from behind Mr. Sane with the closest impact potential onto this point. Ritterberland still kind of staying back with the garrison or spawn. Mr. Sane's got to be thinking OP. Yeah, OP right now. Don't want to get too close here and risk it getting taken out immediately. Please don't go for the... No, don't go for the bush. Just put it in the trench. Put it in cover. A Slayer, I believe, got taken out by that Artie. Mr. Saint's not going to know that, though. Yes. OP goes down. Might be a little close, but it's going to be effective right here. Mr. Sane pushing into the point. Takes down Sultan on the left there. Andreev Zuko on the opposite side. From red. Mr. Sane going to make it into point now. Where are his reinforcements? There they are. Beautiful redeploy. One short. Would have loved to see a full 6-man onto that one. Now they need to be like water and just flow around this point here. Don't love how tight they are right now. One artillery shell could take them out potentially. Also going up and over. Really, you need your guys to go north, south, east, west. Flow around into cover. And expand on point to where you can get the OPs. Now Reese is making a play right now for Zuko's OP. Gonna take it out. Zuko's still up though. And he gets traded. That's a good trade there. Lockheed is going to take out Zuko. The OP is down. No more spawns on the point whatsoever. Ritter Roulan's going to sneak into, and this is trouble here for the Axis. Ritter on the east side of point going to get an OP up. This is cap potential right now. This is a 12-man potential on point with 2 OPs here. Still only filling a 5-man squad, though, is the circle. I'm not seeing that 6th spawn just yet. And Ritter's still waiting for his rotation, so I don't think they'll need it, though. Honestly, there isn't enough here back on point. After Red's OP goes down, Sultan's still fighting here. Needs to get an OP up and needs to rotate the rest of his squad in. I think he's going. No, he has that OP up and he's fighting right here. Can he get a Gary or something up? An emergency Gary? Airhead drops here from the allies. It is emergency time. The bells should be ringing for the Axis right here. Sultan is the last one with potential to do something here. He goes down. OP is still up, though. No nades raining onto his position just yet. But I expect to see 5 angry Spanish dudes spawn on that OP. Now, Villar and Czech are the only ones. So even rotations coming into this 501 AS squad from the 129 Villar, it's a French dude spawning in, I believe. Villar kind of sounds Spanish, though. I thought, no, okay, 126 is French. I guess 129's a new Spanish clan. Oh my gosh. Big spawn wave on the airhead. Artillery is perfect on that OP. This is going to be the Allies' point. Possible bombing run going to drop here onto that airhead. But it is not going to matter as the Allies are going to take the lead in this game. 3-2. Beautiful play here from the Allies to take a point on Purple Heart Lane. That's how you do it, folks. Good job from them. Immediately, cap progress coming back from the opposite side. I'm surprised that nade didn't take out the OP there since that full squad's able to respawn in. Now it really comes down to the fact is, can the Allies hold this? Well, they don't have position to the west. They haven't cleared all the OPs off point. This 501 ES 129 squad could do a lot of damage right here in taking back the point. Villar gets 2. No nades out on the OP just yet. OP goes down. Villar gets the OP, gets Bronico too. Really good play there and persistence from the 501 ES squad of Sultan. Good job from them. Now it looks like, did the airhead not go down with that bombing run? Or is this a garrison that's placed for the Allies? Not too sure yet. We can play Inspector and go see. If we can even make anything out through the smoke. No. Smoke's a little thick. I would not want to be on the ground here for the Allies. They have a lot of angry blueberries shooting at them right now. Was Kyla pushing in here? No nonsense with the Panzer Shrek. I love that, by the way. I don't know how the ally that was standing beside him didn't shoot him or stab him or know about that. But I love that. Unfortunately, the garrison's still up on the backside right here. I expect to see a big spawn wave. There it is. That's going to stop the cap progress in his tracks. But, I mean, Daitso's here now. Recon Flare goes up to give ESP, effectively ESP on the map, to the defenders. Surprised not to see artillery still raining onto point right here. Now, the Allies are fighting also over Madeline Bridge right here. Rotating over to the 4th point. The Allies are making some progress onto that point. However, the Axis just have a horde coming back down to them. The circle on the backside, props to them. If the Allies can get more here, they could spawn and hold it, but they don't have the airhead. I didn't come over to this because the Axis looked like they were going to make the cap on the midpoint, but now it looks fairly secured by the Allies. Let's go over and watch Madeline Bridge here. You can see Axis really in full retreat mode right now. This is going to be like 300 defending the bridge here. Unfortunately, I don't think the Allies are going to have enough to hold it. Yeah, spawns coming in from far east. Only one squad too. And Mr. Sane did lose his spawn. He's having to rotate it there, so. Here, Mr. Sane, I don't love that he's given away his position there on the northeast side. As a squad lead, would have loved to see him bush camp on the east side here by the river. Just bush camp. You can easily bush camp in right in this spot right here. Just lay down there and wait for the clear to come. Wait 2-3 minutes. You have a position on point. You can rotate your full squad in and start capping all over again. Not going to happen though. Source code very close to the point. Oh, he actually has his OP up on the backside. Yeah. Gonna be tough. I think the Axis got this in hand though. They're going to take a few minutes to clear the rest of the Allies out, but it doesn't look like there's really any chance for the Axis down here, especially with the Allies control over point. Wow, what I said Allies control over point, I thought they had a little more control over point. It doesn't really seem like they do, and this is looking a little dangerous here. If the Axis play their cards right, they could effectively take 2 points in one right here. I don't see any squad leads on the right side of my screen here. But if the Axis go for a garrison or a bunch of OPs in this middle position here, they could easily rotate over to River Battery fairly quickly. The Slayer and Wakanda up on the west side there. Died so in close proximity to point. Now that DC squad on the backside, Thorpe's actually going to go down. Dadso's probably waiting for rotations into his squad. Really quickly going to check the stats of this game so far to see who's top fragging. A little bit of rocket RD coming in there. That just, oh my gosh, they're trying to rocket snipe the garrison right here. Will they get it? That was Madison trying to rocket snipe the garrison. I'm pretty sure that was Madison from Ark. That is an amazing shot. Nice try. Honestly, that was really close to the garrison there. 2 rockets come in, just missed. That overturned Jeep, just stopping it. That is some really high level bazooka play right there. I'm honestly really impressed. Not able to get it, unfortunately. Right now, in terms of the top fraggers, we have Rap with 81 takedowns. Thorpe in second with 79. Blowgeese in third from the Circle with 65. Horton Ho with 41. Best KDR is Burzum. I'm assuming he's in a tank. And Spike with 10. Burzum has a 27 KDR. Not too bad. Highest kills, takedowns per minute is going to be Thorpe with 1.23. Average. Second is Blowgeese with 1.2. We're going to see if we can go on board with Blowgeese here. And Thorpe. Thorpe's doing really well in this one. Blowgeese is actually on the arty, so that's why. I hadn't recognized the name yet. He's an artillery player. Thorpe over here doing really well for himself, though. Averaging 1 takedown a minute. 41 minutes to go in this one. 3-2 for the Allies here, coming back into the match with a really nice airhead play. Thorpe gonna get Combat Wombat outside of the trench right there. I can't even follow the amount of takedowns he gets. He's got 2 or 3 right now. It's looking fairly dangerous here from the Axis. The Allies just not able to clear their lines at all. Mid control completely in the hands of the Axis. Came close with the bombing run a little earlier, about 20 minutes ago, but right now... Ooh, here comes Thorpe. Large redeployment from the backside here from the Allies. Thorpe gonna get 2 right here with the Shuna also. Just gonna ride the fence all the way along. Oh, just does not get up into that preferential position right there. It's weird how the camera isn't quite as smooth as it is when you're first person. Like we're locked on third person. We're stuck to exactly where he's aiming, just a little above him and behind him. But it seems rather a little jittery and off-putting. I don't know, my opinion, of course. Ooh, Thorthy. Who's Thorthy? Thorpe getting 2 kills there. Definitely gonna be a terror going forward. Has to watch out he doesn't get caught out by any artillery, but if he manages to stay up, he has a pretty good shot of taking out this Scary, I think. Taking it slow, crawling up here. Rocket Snipe still trying to take out that Gary on point. Gonna make it to a little bit of more cover, get some assistance with some smoke from artillery. All right, let's go. Backside of the garrison right here. This is the position that I want to see Thorpe in. Big spawn wave. Gets 2. Third. 4th. Finally getting taken out there. That was a pretty decent run by Thorpe. Not able to get any more on the point, though. That artillery is going to need to be corrected a little bit here with the spawns. Don't know why they marked Thorpe's position for a garrison. That's kind of odd. It's not where the Gary is. Unfortunately, DC squad not able to get kind of same position as their other men. And actually, there's a Panther pushing to support. Pushing to support the DC squad. That Panther's taking some shots right now. Oh yeah, I can't see where it's from, but it's definitely coming from somewhere over here in the backside. Now Hellbro might be going to put a satchel on it, or has already put a satchel on it. We can hear it below us. There it is. Oh my gosh. 38th Infantry. Commander, look behind you. Hellbro's coming for the satchel. Hellbro, can he get it? I think the commander notices. You can tell the driver to gun it, hops out, and pistol to the side of the head there. Ooh, cutting it a little close there is the commander of that 76. Ooh, unfortunate there for Hellbro not to expect the run out. I think it threw him off that there was no reaction and he assumed that the commander wasn't looking. That always expect to run out though from a commander, and usually spend that first few seconds on the side just cycling your inventory. And when you cycle your inventory coming up to it, and then when you get next to it, just pull out your gun and be ready to flick on the first person who gets you, or who appears around you. Wakanda perhaps from the DC squad here. Good position on the backside of point. Honestly, this is looking, again, you know, we got 2 squads here, so that's a magic number for me in terms of pressure on point. The Arc squad, I don't really love the position for attacking the point. I think that's a good position to hold. Also, this Panther is a Chad, but he is taking some shots right now. He is on fire in a bad way. Does take something out though. I believe this is going to be an AT gun if we run up to it right now. Yeah, AT gun. Allies trying to do their best to stall and stop this attack from happening, but it's coming. Now this bombing run is going to be a attacking bombing run. It gets the Gary on point. All right, it is on. Gets something else down. I wonder if those were just support. I don't know what it was. It wasn't an OP. Obviously, I wish I could take out OPs, but something else went down on a point. Arc's going to use that to push. Unfortunately, Arc is down 4 members of their squad. DC is just spawning in there. So no real follow-up on that bombing run, unfortunately, for the Axis. But this attack is coming, and it's coming hard right here from the backside of point. Defending is going to be the 38th. Now their artillery is going to come into big play right here. Can Zarin Sofa rotate a quick and dirty Gary on the backside of point right here? Doesn't look like he will be able to. That would be kind of the crucial thing for defending the point right here. No cap progress just yet. Wakanda on point, pushing through the trenches right here. Sounds like a retaliatory bombing run on the backside. Going to come in to try and stop this cap progress. Wakanda going to go down there, not able to get right on top of Zarin Sofa. A big position here from Maori. However, the lines have been cleared by the Axis, and they are pushing in hard and fast from the backside. Big spawn wave coming down on the south here from the Circle squad. Another member of DC, one of the rats. Taking out 3, looking for some more right here. Gets the 4th. Can he get the OP2 to boot? Gonna have to wait a couple seconds after the OP falls. I can't tell, honestly. Cannot tell. I think the OP is down, though. I think. Now, Maori is still up here. Stuka not going to be successful in taking out a tank on the right side of your screen. We can see that they're still up. The 38 that almost got satcheled earlier, so they're still up. This OP is down. However, Maori is still up here now. What can Maori do to come back onto this point? I don't think anything at this point. This is going to be a 3-2 for the Axis, but he's right on point. But unfortunately now, he's going to try to stay alive and not get spotted. That's going to be easier said than done, considering, I mean, there's no cover whatsoever here. Got Maori going to give his position away there. Hellbro going to be the next one to try and challenge here. No, that is going to be done. And with 30 minutes to go, the Axis take a 3-2 lead with a nice coordinated attack. Of course, we talked about numbers. Magic numbers is 12. Apologies. 6 per squad. And if you can get those 2 squads onto point, it's pretty much a done deal at that point. on the backside, you know, using a lot of assets, not able to get this 76 down. The 76, hello and goodbye. Spayman from the circle, Kyle, and the 76 all working together to take down what I assume is going to be a Panther right here. Yeah, Spayman from behind. So not only one, but two Panthers being lost in this area. I believe both in the last 5 minutes here. Not good if you are the Axis in terms of projecting that power onto the next point. The Axis also, interestingly enough, lose mid control here to the west side. Not completely, but a significant amount. They did have that under control, you know, for the last 20 to 30 minutes while they were on the counterattack. I'm kind of disappointed that the Allies didn't really take the time to clear their lines and instead went immediately for the attack, and the attack really wasn't working out so well. They only had one squad on point. Maybe if there would have been some patience on the attack and they would have waited for a little bit and then tried to rotate another squad in, squad lead in, right at that point you can really only use two guys. Send the rest of your squad with your secondary squad leader or your primary, depending on who's on the attack, to defend. Clear your lines. You have that guy in a good spot, wait for a second squad to come in, and then rotate a full 12-man for the attack before going in. That might have worked a little better. They never really cleared the lines, did they, though? And DC and ARC were allowed to push in from the west and just kind of take the point. But with the tanks being down in the tank situation for the Axis right here, I don't see them pushing too hard. I mean, they do have a Lux here. They are going to push a little bit up the mid. I guess up the east side here. We're not in the mid lane. The east side here. I don't think they'll be able to cross the bridge, though, without getting that mid control. And especially with the lack of tank control here, as that Lux does go down. Lux has no chance against well, against really anything, honestly, does it? From the front, against infantry, it's pretty decent. But you throw in a 76, and it starts to have a tough time indeed. There it is. Same 76 has been pestering the Axis for quite a while now. It's been a good run for them. Taking a look at the map to see position right here. So the Axis not in a horrible position. You can see they're pushing, trying to secure their sector here to maybe get a garrison on the flank set up and gain control of this main kind of artery through the middle of the map, the river. Would you call it a river? I'd say canal. Let's call it a canal through the middle of the map. More canals here. They want to get control, though. You can see it bringing up supplies to get a Gary up. If they can get this frontline control, and really the control starts kind of here. Of course, the garrison they're going to want in their sector. You got OPs, though, control here. Then they can really kickstart an attack into battery without having to worry about constant flanking attacks coming down from this river system here. Now, Daito actually gets taken out in the truck here. Let's go behind them as the French and Spanish team up here. ARC 129 501 ES to try and get this control on the side. Daito, I don't know what he was doing. He gets taken out though by possibly Lonkeys. Villar going to take his man out on the left there with the takedown. That opens up a nice flank. However, he immediately gets taken out by Alex here. Camille gets one takedown on the east side. Rocket sails by behind the camera there. Aztec with the MG going to work. He offered in the future to provide POV streams, said it would be really boring, but he routinely drops, you know, high kill count games there with the MG. Both Czech and Camille getting taken out in that southern trench. Some smoke coming out here for a push across. Mr. Sane Lonky's going to be doing the majority of the push and not too much to resist them right here. Respawn's coming in. Frial finally coming back up here. The Axis would really love to control this area They don't have too much up here to compete with this. You can see at least 2 to 3 squads. Raiders even on the far west side there. What in the world? Yeah, I expected that to happen. Bro, Nico's gonna get the takedown onto the silly truck. Kind of a stalemate for the river right here. Normandy gets a few takedowns. Is gonna need a few more for position. Madison on the north side also taking down Van Aduren. And we're in a weird sound bug loop here with that truck. Apologies. There we go. We'll just go away from that a little bit so you guys don't have to be subject to that odds. It sounds like there's always some weird sound loops. Like I know there's one on Carentan with the Puma. If it's firing its machine gun and it gets taken out while it's firing, it just continues to loop the sound of the machine gun firing. It's very off-putting. Checking back in with the scores here. Of course, 3-2 remains for the Axis team. However, on the leaderboard right now, Rap is in first with 121 here. He is on the Axis Arty, I believe. Or sorry, the Allied Arty. Reason takes over on top with 76. Pang Pang was 74. Vadi was 72. Or apologies. No, that's not right. That is not right. Thorpe's in first with 104. Mac with 52 and Horton Ho with 51. Now this is exactly what the Axis needed to do right here. They've pushed in, managed to get position on the Allies. X-Pen has taken the west side of the bridge. Now, if ARC can get that garrison up there, you can really control the middle of the map right here. Taking a look at the map, you can see the overall position right here. Going for a Gary, yeah, exactly what they want to do here to secure the sector. Now, in the middle, once they get this position on the north, they'll be able to come into the middle here and dominate this space, get OPs up, get a good front line, secure the sector very nicely here, and then look to push either with artillery through the middle, with a bombing run onto the backside of point right here, and then push up the middle like this. Or they can look to push into sector and kind of do the same thing the Allies are doing. A little harder though, because it goes very deep into sector, and kind of control this triangle right here, and then use this to push into point, of course. Wait and see if that happens or not. So far, so good for the circle, though. They are fighting through this one. Aladril and Normandy have flanked pretty deep here. But Mr. Sane and Reese have just taken up position on the bridge. Now, Bucksnapper and Alex from the west, too. It's kind of a difficult position. Mr. Sane is actually pushing across the bridge here with Reese, and they could really stop this garrison before it starts right here. Fryle gets Gary down, but Alex from the backside could potentially just rocket this one. Reese, Mr. Sane also in the mix right here. Ooh, Alex goes for the rocket onto the truck. Oh no, 2 rockets onto the truck, none onto the Gary. Unfortunate there. The Gary is still up and Alex is down. Mucksnapper though in a really good position here with the MG. Oh my gosh. I wonder if Muck was just like, yo, don't take out the MG. Just chill. And when they spawn in, I'm going to take them all down. There's the spawn wave. Muck gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Oh, does not get the 4th. No, he does not. If that was an MG42, he definitely probably would have. Oh yeah, he does. Okay, so the next rat does go down. Alex is gonna maybe take out the Gary with this one. There's no way he didn't see the Gary when he was firing those rockets off. Muck was just like, yo, don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Check now, peeking onto Muck on the roof. Not able to get any shots off onto him. There's a big spawn wave right there. Gets 2 off the spawn. Alex is going to be coming up here and just taking out the garrison. I think no nonsense is the way to go here. Oh, one of the rats just quick scopes Muck on the top there. This garrison's up now. Alex needs to react fast and take it out. Now the Axis will be able to replace this one. Once it goes down. Alex is actually just chilling. He's not going to be taking it out with the rocket. There we go. Boom. Down goes. Ooh. And there's some leftovers after it goes down too. All right, here come the Allies. Now the Allies really need to just clear this out right now to get control back of the mid. Mr. Sane from the west side flanks around. No more garrison is up. Axe is going to have a tough time fighting out this one. Mr. Sane on the backside here. Going pretty deep with the flank, looking to take out OP's Madison. Going to shut that down right away. I think Mr. Sane does hit or take down Normandy there. It's Valley pushing in. One of the rats going to take him out, though. The funny thing is about them all name... Oh, I don't know what that was. Them all naming themselves after Ninja is... I don't even think Ninja's playing today. He doesn't usually play in these mixed match events. Like, he doesn't. He's... And I don't... It's not like a knock against Ninja or whatever. He just... I usually don't see him playing in these, but... I don't even think he's playing today. And so for them to all take his name and then meme on it, I have to check the Discord, but I don't know what's going on, but there better be like a good meme about it. That's all I'm saying. I want to laugh when I figure out whatever's going on over at DC. West Kyla gonna be going for the rocket. No nonsense here from the Arc. AT. No rocket. I wanted to follow it like the last one. I wish we could. That would be super in depth. That would be like some Sniper Elite stuff. But follow the projectile behind it. If like the projectile loaded in and you could just like click on it like you click on a person to follow it, that'd be pretty cool. Like follow the Stuka, the bomb as it comes onto the tank. Checking the map quickly again to see there's some marked garrisons and some wide flanking going on, but nothing too of note. One of the other rats on a flank over here with a squad, and there's a medic. RP? Is DC an RP clan confirmed? Who is playing some RP over here? Well, it's gonna be one of the rats. Not a bad idea, honestly, to bring a medic with you. Just gonna get the spots off on the tanks. Well, it's hard to RP when your whole squad gets fragged. Machine gun from Calf, gonna enable that one. If you've never seen Calf's POV, we got to get it back sometime. Well, speaking of RP, look, built fortifications. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, not a bad idea in this situation. Calf plays with an insane level of brightness. It's like if you go into Discord and change it from dark mode to light mode, you're kind of blinded for the duration of your experience. It's like that. With the pistol on top of that'll teach them. No, did he just take out Maori? And make his body flip upside down? I demand to know who this rat is. Who is this RP god? I know, look, I know. He probably didn't take out the dude 300 meters away with a pistol. But we can just say he did. Now, that pistol is going to be hard-pressed to take out the 76 that's shoving up this side. There's apparently two of them right here. Yeah, there is apparently two of them. 76 taking a bath over here on the other side. RP squad's going to be hard-pressed to take out the 76 now. We'll see if that 76 stays put for long enough to get stupid. And all this time I'm wondering, where are the Axis tanks? So if we look on the map right now, there's one DC tank, ninja, non-ninja, and then there's a second light tank in the middle. That's inconsequential to this situation though. And there might have been a third that just died on point. Not too sure. I don't think I saw one there. It's hard when everything's on top of each other. Now, hell, bro, this time, hopefully, you can get across. I wonder if, like, the medic follows you and patches you underwater, if you can, like, get across and survive. Has anyone tried that? But the medic would also die, like, as he's going. Really, they don't have to add, like, swimming. Just like floating. You don't need like crazy like animations for swimming, but I really wish they would just allow people to swim across. If not everyone, then just squad leads. If it's too much for everyone to go across, then just squad leads, but it just seems kind of silly. Kind of silly. Now, tank taking some shots over here, 38th. Ooh, that's not looking good for them. Looking even worse for the AT gun that just got absolutely hammered. Pashan in the second AT gun here. Right in time for him to get absolutely yeeted out of existence. And the 76 he was firing at, gonna have to fall back right here. Both 76s in a pretty decent position on the north side. Now on the south here, BC has made it all the way over here. Deshuna is also down here as commander. Now, what does this squad leader rat do? Now, you can make it across here in transport trucks. I mean, not saying a transport truck would be likely to make it here, but you can. I would love to see if you could also do that with the hopping method with like a medic healing you. Ooh, AT rocket goes sky high there, ricocheting off the turret of the 76. Now, this is really the time where I'd love to see a command precision strike onto one of these 76s with a bombing run. "11 minutes to go. The Allies are going to be itching to get an attack started. Here we go. Where's it gonna be? I think it's gonna be on the front one. Down goes the 76. We called it. I suspected it. One of the tanks goes down. Good timing for that one. Now, can they get the second, and can they kickstart some kind of attack onto the fourth? Another rocket ricochets to the sky right there off of the second 76. This tank is in trouble right here, and he is going to go down. That is exactly what the doctor ordered here if you are the Blueberry commander. Where did this tank get taken out from? Oh my gosh. What? How far away? That is one of the longest shots I think we've seen on the channel to date. You can do it though. And the thing is too, like the render distance, when you zoom in that far, like stuff starts disappearing in the long range. That was so 600 meters to flak. Yeah, you know, that was about an 890 meter shot. Here comes a bombing run to Thorpe Helbro on the front. Ooh, it's going to be an allied bombing run now. Are the allies going to couple this with an airhead? Down here in the bottom, you can see supplies coming down. OP's up on the outside here. I don't see an airhead anywhere dropping. There is a Stewart on the backside of point right here, though. The Stewart has already been satcheled. And he goes down. Allies losing a lot of armor here. Not a lot of gains. Some cover. Nice cover on the front line here for the Axis. If they wanted to build a garrison, they could use this 76's cover for frontline Gary, I think. That would be pretty nice. Unfortunately, it's only Thorpe and Helbro, and Thorpe does get clapped there defending. Taking a look at the map to see no tanks here. No Axis from the back side either. Sector is pretty clear. It's just this little frontline pressure coming up from the Axis. Look at all those mines going up after those tanks pushing. You were using the channel before. They don't want to have to deal with that again. Third tank marker going up north of sector there. I wonder if there's another 76 too, possibly. But right now is the moment for Axis armor to be supporting here. 8 minutes to go. Armor needs to push up. Another 76 on point. There's probably that first crew that got bombed right back onto point again. Yep. We're not going to have a command to strike. 76 is going to be free to push back up. I think, actually, you know, if I'm the Axis, I'm comfortable in this position. I don't think they need to go for the 4-1 win. They can just sit back and hold the 3-2. And that Panther on the back line was doing work on both tanks from range, so there's no point in pushing up and trying to expose yourself. Now, the biggest thing I think would be, if they're going to stay back there, is to get a peek onto this bridge, to not let the 76 take the bridge without some smoke. And some smoke, speaking of smoke, yeah, I think that might be obfuscating the view a little bit onto the bridge, possibly. Markers start to go off for that 76 pulling up, though. There is some mines up here. Ooh, okay. 76 pushing up. Have some smoke dropping on the south. It looks like, are they trying to airhead that smoke? Is the smoke defensive? Not too sure. 76 can be pushing up though with little to no infantry support. Now the tank has bypassed those mines. Five minutes to go, though. I don't really see the allies pushing in with this one. They're really trying, actually, from the west side over here. I don't think that attack will be successful in 5 minutes over land. If anything, they'd really need to go dirty and fast straight up the middle. Give up all your position on the flanks and try to force the middle with your full team. Off like a bombing run. That is probably the quickest and dirtiest way to go about it. Trying to force your way through an open field against multiple spread out and dispersed enemies with overlapping fields of fire is not the 5 minute solution to this game, in my opinion. This 76 up the middle, though, could be a real problem here. There's just not the infantry to back it up. Clearing as they go. That's an effective way to clear. You use the HE from the 76. You don't even necessarily need the 76. If that Stewart that had yeeted in the backline had done this, I think that's the perfect place for a Stewart. The only consideration for the Stewart in that situation is to just check to make sure you're not giving like a crazy line of sight far into the Axis territory for those peaks from like the Panther. Leave the 76s to go for the long peaks and to scan the backline for a potential Panther. And let your mediums and your light tanks, especially on the allied side, where the Stewart is so versatile in that role, you know, kind of push down the lanes and clear things out like that with HE. Honestly, I think that's what the allies are doing here. They're going to try to smash the flank on the east side. You can see Athens, Mooseman, from Gary's OnlyFans / Mr. Sane, Panda Calf from the Circle, Monarch in there from Gary's OnlyFans too. Oh, not a good decision for that second medium to pull up outside of cover there. Gets instantly yeeted by the Panther at the back line. That's the trouble there. The lifeline is this defilade here, where the 76 can dip and duck out inside and outside of cover. Is there another Axis tank right there? No, there is not. No, there's not a tank there. That is a bad marker. Oh, Horton Ho. Oh, Kent Brown just pushed us right by Horton here. Horton, where is Horton? Is he inside the map? Like where? He's in a hole. He got taken out. There's a nice little hole right there, though. Oh, he's not taken out. Huh. Well, that's interesting. They're both firing. What? Horton, Earth to Kent. Hey guys, how's it going today? Horton hears it. He's like, wait, what? There we go. Okay. Balance is being restored. I could hear possibly the 76 taking some damage on the backside here. Artillery, yeah, 76 is down. Artillery's now dropping. The big if, really, and the solution to pushing up a choke point like this is obviously artillery. Once that artillery starts to rain, it's gonna be difficult, but Mayori somehow has made it through on the east side right here and is getting support. Now Mayori does go down secret, gonna take him out. Mayori is so close to that garrison though, and with 1 minute 40 to go, no cap progress coming in from the allies. This is going to end here. A win for the Germans. Unfortunately, there's no overtime. Like with uninterrupted cap progress, that would be a massive change to the game that I think would make it way more entertaining at the end. But once you hit the 2 minute mark, if there isn't, or even you need from the 2 minute mark uninterrupted cap progress. So that means at any point if it's stalled or stopped, it will not go through, which is too bad because I think overtime would add a really cool factor to the end of the game. Though, I mean, good game overall. Chill music is going to push in, look for some style points at the end. Looking at the scoreboard for the game so far. Just letting it refresh right now. We have Rapp with 155 on artillery, Thorpe with 118, Blogus with 107 on arty, Hortonho with 68, Mucksnapper with 66, Mock with 63, Vilar with 59, and Wellmeister with 58 kills respectively. Top performers in terms of kills per minute, Rapp on artillery first at 1.85, Thorpe with 1.37, Horton with 0.79. Thorpe is almost double as efficient as the next person in the match. That's insane. 7 seconds to go though. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this one here on Greyhound Night. 3-2 the victory for the Axis.